All right, so some little bonus things, because after I got done with that, I realized there were lots of little cool things on those subjects that I didn't get to say. So I'm going to just put it out there, and this will just be a bonus on more of those subjects. So let's see. Hold on just a sec while I look at my notes. All right, so one of the things right off the bat is in taking that first step, knowing it's going to suck, okay? Just being okay that it's going to be wrong. It's not going to be perfect. Stop being a perfectionist, because then you're never going to do it, right? And let's see, just take the first step knowing that you're walking towards your goal, which I loved. Because if we sit there and think about it, and he had all this stuff like even he did with trying to make things perfect, and I do it too, and then I end up not doing a video because I was just wanting to do it just so, and it didn't, and I erase all the crap. So just putting it out there, just do it as it is, okay? So he also talked about those ideas coming as if they're, intuitive hits, just how a lot of times he was speaking of, he'd be in the shower, and I don't know about you, I do get ideas there too, but you're just walking along or whatnot, and an idea comes in, and it's like, act on it. It's a gift. And that was what he was emphasizing, that trust that the intent is positive, because again, if you had an idea about doing somebody harm, that's not exactly the type of idea you want to act on. But trusting that there's something good in it, even if it's it's gonna suck, but it could be leading to something different, something new. You just don't know. Sometimes you're going to meet somebody along the way, or what you just did and acted upon brings about the next step. So trust it, and just do it. Okay, so now you've got that idea, and you're setting a goal for yourself to do X, Y, or Z by, this date. And the next thing he was talking about was to, see those goals through, to hold yourself accountable. And if you need to have somebody else hold you accountable, to do that, because, while you're feeling excited should be the time you take the action. But not only that, it's your responsibility to do that thing. And when you go to do that thing, when you're feeling overwhelmed, just letting yourself know, what was it you said? This is just a warm up. This is just a warm up. I'm capable of much more. And it's true, but you're not going to be capable of much more if you don't do the small things and go ahead and suck in the beginning. You can only get better, right, with practice. And that's with everything, whether it's riding a bike, learning a language, learning how to cook. Anything that we do it better with repetition and practice. So just get out there and do it, and just remind yourself that, what, I'm capable of much more. I'm where I'm at right now, and just kind of loving the process for what it is. And I like how you tell yourself, this is the best. This is the best. Which reminds me of Marissa Peer, when she just says, it's the pictures you paint in your head and the words that you use that, color your experience. So just telling yourself, this is the best, man. I am actually doing it. I'm doing it. I'm taking action, and I'm, working towards my goals and dreams. And of course, there are going to be those times, and we must be careful with it too, right? Whether it's an excuse or it's really something of why we potentially couldn't hit our goal that day. So yeah, it's easy to say, about the kids, work, I'm tired, I don't have enough time, all these things, but to really look at those, are those true? Many times we have time, but we chose to misuse it. Yeah, there's always going to be something, but just making yourself do it. But as he pointed out, there are going to be those times, and like he made an analogy, if his mom were in the hospital, or he got a call that he needed to go get his wife or something, and he had to go do that thing and leave that goal that was undone. He said, make sure you could be proud of why you didn't do it. And so in that case, he would be proud that he didn't do it because, he values family. And, so if his wife or his mother needed him in that time, and that's where he had to be, then he knew he was proud of the reason why he didn't do those goals, which was just beautiful, because, if you can say you were proud about it, then awesome. What happens if you weren't proud about it? Oh, I just kept putting it off. I kept thinking I could do it and get to it, and I didn't. What do you do then? Well, one, don't beat yourself up, okay? And we've talked about that many times here on this channel, being gentle with yourself. But, also at this point, being your best friend. So it's like, all right, hey, acknowledging, yeah, there was a whole bunch of stuff came up. The phone was off the hook. Got the call from the kids' school about this, that, or the other. You know, whatever it is, but then just acknowledge, what could I do next time? What can I do better? And how could have I prevented this? Sometimes it would be if you just did it at the very beginning of the day instead of putting it off. And other times it might have been, you shouldn't have answered the phone. You should have just turned it off and kept yourself like, this is my chunk of time. I'm going to keep 1 hour. I'm going to work on this and I'm going to get it done. So, just holding yourself accountable too, and like looking at the things that you do and calling yourself on it. So with that in mind, I just want to say these were a couple of little bonus things that I wanted to add, and say thank you once again to Evan Carmichael and what he's out there doing. And if you get a chance to see him on his tour, do so. And if you can't make it, he's got a YouTube channel. Go check it out.